Today's video is going to be a little difficult for me because I haven't done anything like this. But this is for you if you are a podcaster, you are a content creator, and you are on this platform on YouTube. And I want to bring up a major problem that I'm seeing right now. It's my observation, something that I'm seeing that's going to impact you if you're a content creator. You're on this platform and you're using this platform as a mechanism to reach more people, build your brand, and possibly build a business. Now, the first two things could happen, but the last one about building a business, I don't know that, and that's why that's where I'm going on this video. So stay with me and let me know towards the end if this was helpful. Here is my observation. There is a huge authenticity gap that's playing out right now. People are creating videos for the sake of creation. They are seeing that they're seeing what are the other videos that are getting a lot of views and which content is going viral, and they are copying those videos. Similar headlines, similar descriptions, similar hashtags, and creativity as such is going away. Now, that's not an issue. That's going to always happen. Somebody is becoming successful. Everybody wants to copy. I get that part of the business. But what is becoming even more dangerous, and this is the one that is creating a bigger and a wider and a deeper authenticity gap, is using AI to replicate not the video part, but the audio part. So I want to talk about this because I come from the broadcasting background and I've seen people take shortcuts, but this is a challenge. So when you listen to their podcast, they sound synthetic. When you meet them, they have all these issues going on, where they're making, they're struggling to collect their thoughts. They're speaking like with flaws, and then along the way, when they are producing podcasts and they're either broadcasting or putting it on one of the podcasting platforms, I see that there are no gaps, there are no ahs or ums. That is all flowing amazingly, and they're taking that as an accomplishment. So if you look at this video, how many times I'm struggling to collect my thoughts, ideas. You see how I'm pausing in between. I'm trying to, drive some depth in this. I'm struggling, but you see that this is natural. In fact, all my videos are like this. I show up in the car, I record, and that's pretty much it. So at a time when, and this is hard, by the way, this is hard. And I could easily, back in the day, I used to record podcasts, and then I used to publish them on this platform on YouTube, not because I wanted to reach more people, but it was more like storing my recordings. So YouTube was a store of record, that's all. And if somebody would listen to it, I mean, I don't know in any of my audio turned video, recordings have created or generated any comments or any views. I do not know. And it can go back to year 2021, 2022. Nothing happened there. And there is some engagement on this channel. In fact, today as I'm recording this, I started on May 19th, and so today is September 18th. So give and take, so 4 months, I think. 4 months, from May to September. 4 months I completed on this platform. I showed up here every day, and I do not ever believe that I recorded a video ahead in time. Everything was recorded under 24 hours and was published here. So that's how in context I am. And it's very natural for somebody like me to take a shortcut, which is, hey, can I use some AI stuff to get my videos recorded or my videos edited? I see people editing videos, and not that they might be recording it live, they may not be using their video AI avatar, but they might be genuinely recording with a camera, but then they're using all this voice processing and descripts to edit. I talked about this yesterday on yesterday's video. But it's good to raise your productivity, but at the same time, it's not good to compromise your brand promise. Your brand promise is that you show up and you be yourself. That's the promise. That's the promise I'm making here on this channel. I have no idea. You might be a subscriber watching this, or you might be watching this for the very first time. So this is my voice. This is how I phrase, and this is my cadence. Now, if at any point in time I sound like I'm a machine, then I stand to lose your trust. Now, what is the authenticity gap? I started out saying that very early on this video. Well, there is a brand promise, okay, and there is versus the delivery mismatch. So your delivery is mismatching. You're speaking something different when you are with people, and then you are speaking something totally different when you are. It's just like the singers these days. Their studio production is incredible. Listen to the songs. The minute they get on the stage, they cannot deliver the same value. Why? Because you have pitch correction going on. You have melody being added like auto tune. All that is added to the recording. The production quality is crazy. The software, I mean, incredible things can happen inside the studio. But once you're on the stage, you're not able to deliver. Why? Because you're not able to replicate that environment. Now, what has happened is the artists have started to use lip syncs. This is how the lip sync era started. The artist doesn't need to have the stress performing from the stage, and they cannot reproduce the sound. So you better off, doing this from like just take the original track and then just lip sync that. And that's the better way to give an experience to the audience. And audience paid the money to be there in the room. They want to have a good feel. They don't want to have a performer, perform in bits and pieces. There's a big difference between that and your podcast or your broadcast, because your podcast is you want to be authentic, you want to be as human as possible, and your imperfection signal real mess. But the minute you apply synthetic polish, okay, you signal distance. So your imperfections are what are building you. That's the brand. The brand is not about how well you speak, how incredibly you articulate. I mean, listen, you could be a bad speaker, but you could still articulate. I don't consider myself to be a good speaker, but I think I can, at least by my views and my subscribers. That's not the point here. And I did multiple recordings talking about 50% of my subscribers. I personally know them on this channel, and I met them. They are my clients, all that. So it's not that. So if you do use AI, and this is, I get, use it for productivity, efficiency, not to bypass, or not to do something that compromises your brand. And this compromises your brand. When you are sounding different on your podcast, you're sounding totally different outside. You can't collect your thoughts. You can't connect the dots when you are in person. There's a problem. You can't get to the point. It's amazing when you get to the point on your videos or on your audio, but you cannot get to the point while you are live in person. That's a huge disconnect. And I don't think you should. It's not about what people think or not, but think about yourself. See, are you comfortable living with that disconnect? Everybody using AI, so I'm using this. That's one of the counters I get. But yeah, that is the commoditization risk right there. So if everybody using AI and you're using AI, but you don't know what level they're using AI, but you think this is the way you should use AI, and then next thing you know, that you are easily replaceable. You could be replaced within no time. Of course, engagement declines. Listen, even organically, it's very difficult to get engagement. You could be the best content creator. You could be doing amazing things. It doesn't matter. It's very hard to break through on social media. So it's very hard to create. It's difficult to reach people. And once you reach people, it's very difficult to create a place in their heart, in their mind. Hard, difficult. And that is why there are only few people right there, up there, and doing what they're doing, and others cannot. This is the truth. And the faster it's not about the next course. It's not about the next training on how to create YouTube videos. None of the experts can tell you, they can tell you what you should do, but they cannot tell you by doing what they're asking you to do, you're going to make it. Nobody can. That's the truth. I cannot. And if anybody has followed anything on this platform, it's me. And I'm telling you right now, whether you succeed or not, nobody can guarantee that, and nobody can tell you that. But what people can guarantee is that if you keep doing what you're doing, and you do that from a good place in your heart, your chances of success goes up. That's the point. And in what way you'll be rewarded, we don't know, but you will be rewarded. I can count the rewards from this channel for myself. I can come here and have an authentic conversation with you. I don't need to put a makeup. In fact, right now I'm just coming from the gym, and I stopped my car. I'm recording this, and I'm doing that because it's cloudy today in the Bay Area. There's a storm in Southern California. It's coming in, so this is becoming a little cloudy. It's becoming a little dark. So I thought I should catch the sunlight while it's still there and record this. Engagement will decline. That's the bottom line. Why? Because your synthetic tone will lack emotional resonance. People are here for that emotional resonance. They don't care how you look. They don't care how you speak. As long as you are connecting the dots, as long as you are speaking the way they want to listen. They don't want to listen to a machine. That's the truth. So let's talk about some metrics. Your watch time is going to go down. Then you will have less subscribers and fewer comments, obviously. But then the biggest loss is you're going to have shallow connections. That's the biggest loss in this. You want an authentic. I don't mind people not commenting on my videos because it's their time. And that doesn't make or break. I would love to have a comment. I'm not worried about somebody subscribing or how many views I have. I want somebody to make a comment. If you're watching this video till this point, I expect that you make a comment. Not for the sake because I told you to, because you found something I said that created a spark in your thinking, in your heart, and you had something something additional to share, or some value that you want to provide, so that anybody else who is watching this video is going to benefit on top of what I'm sharing here. That's the kind of a comment I expect. But if you're not making that comment, that's fine. But think about somebody just makes a comment for the sake of making a comment, or do not, and that comment ends up in my world as a shallow connection. Those connections give you ego, boosts your ego. It's going to give you a wrong frame to see through your life. I have million subscribers, but nobody really comments and nobody really does anything. I don't know. I've seen so many such people saying that I have done this, I have done that. I can tell you for sure I have 50% of this channel who are my friends and people who I met, who came to my seminars, and who are my clients. Other 50% I do not know, because and I intend to meet them. On top of this, there is this algorithmic penalty. That also is a big one, because platforms optimize for retention. Okay, flat and synthetic delivery, drops retention, and that means that your reach is limited. Above all, this is another bigger one, is the identity dilution. Okay, your voice is your brand. If you're not expressing with your own voice, and you're not connecting with your own thoughts, and you're not navigating this platform through your imperfections, then I think you are leading with borrowed identity, borrowed authority. You know what borrowed authority is? There are 10 speakers on the stage, and they are incredible. People have come to see those 10 speakers. You happen to be the 11th speaker who happen to be on the stage somehow. This audience didn't come to see you. They came to see those 10 speakers, or maybe the top 3 speakers, and the rest 7 are just there. Now the rest 7 are going to have a big audience, but that's not their audience. And think about this. Can these 7 still stand on the stage long after the 3 speakers are gone? Can they carry the stage? Will they be able to get on another stage where some people from this room, from this audience, will show up? they will, if these 7 are authentic, they use whatever their promise is, they deliver on that promise, and they don't deliver a mismatch. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This video has gone long. If this was helpful to you, do me a favor, drop me a comment. And if you like this video, I can reach some more people, but only do that if you found value. If not, please don't. And that's not where I'm going with this. That's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, then I'll be in front of you as early as tomorrow. Okay, you take care. Bye now.